Welcome to Breaking News. I'm Peyton. Today we have Liam, Brady, Naya, Ryan, and Carter. Today, Carter and I are going to be talking about exciting news with you. First, we have Liam talking about Saquon Barkley.
Did you know that Saquon Barkley's rushing yards throughout his whole career is 7,216 yards? I'm going to be telling you a little more about Saquon Barkley and his early life, a little about his family and his records. First, I'm going to be telling you about his early life. Saquon Barkley was born in Bronx, New York to Alibi Barkley and Tonya Johnson. He moved to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania in 2001 because his family wanted a safer environment than the Bronx. He later moved to Coplay, Pennsylvania, where he attended Whitehall High School and excelled in football, track, and field. In high school, he had 3,646 rushing yards and 63 touchdowns. Now here's a little about his family. Saquon Barkley and his fiancée Anna Condon met at Penn State University and have been together since 2017, sharing two children, daughter Jada, who was born in 2018, and son Saquon Jr., who was born in 2022. They live in Malvern, Pennsylvania, and the kids attend school around Downingtown. Saquon Barkley's fiancée is not known to have a specific job, but she played basketball in high school for Forest City Regional High School. Finally, here's a little about his records. His most all-purpose career yards is 7,216. His all-career rushing touchdowns is 43, but his total career touchdowns is 53. His total career receiving yards by a running back is 1,157. I hope you learned something new about Saquon Barkley and his life. Back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know Saquon Barkley ran 7,216 yards throughout his career. Next, we have Brady talking about Tom Brady.
Did you know that Tom Brady has won 7 Super Bowls? Tom Brady is the best quarterback ever to live. I'll be telling you about how many Super Bowls he won, his childhood, and how he got where he is. I'm going to tell about Tom Brady's childhood. Tom Brady's full name is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. He was born on August 3rd, 1977 in San Mateo, California. Tom Brady's parents were named Gil and Patricia and Thomas Brady Sr. He had 3 sisters. He was raised Catholic, and his mother was of Swedish, Norwegian, German, and Polish ancestry, and his father was Irish descendants. Tom Brady played for 2 different teams, the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He won 7 Super Bowls and 7 rings, but not all from the same team. 6 of them while he was on the Patriots and 1 of them while he was on the Buccaneers. He really made a big impact on both those teams. And after his 7th Super Bowl, he retired, but he really did a great job. Tom Brady was a professional quarterback. He's the reason why his team is so successful. But the real reason he's so good is because of his old coach, Coach Bill Belichick. He coached Tom Brady to be the best quarterback ever to live. So now you know everything about Tom Brady's life, legacy, and I hope this makes you know more about Tom Brady. Back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know Tom Brady played for 2 different teams. Next up, we have Naya talk about Noah Khan.
Did you know that Noah Khan has been singing since he was 8 years old? Well, he's a singer, and I'm going to be telling you about what school he went to, his early life, and his singing career. Noah Khan is 28 years old, and he was born in 1997 on January 1st. He went to Hangover High School in Hangover, New Hampshire. His family had a house in a town called Stratford, Vermont. He has 3 siblings named Sasha, Simon, and Richard. Sasha is the oldest, Simon is the second oldest, Noah is the second youngest, and Richard is the youngest. Noah Khan lived with his parents until high school. Noah Khan currently lives in Massachusetts with his fiancée, Brenna Nolan, and his German Shepherd dog, Penny. Noah Khan had the passion to sing since he was 8 years old. He started singing in 2022 and got popular with his first hit album, Stick Season. Most of his songs are about living in New England. The kind of songs he does are country. Those are all the things I learned about Noah Khan. I hope you learned some things too. Back to you in the studio.
I had no clue that Noah Khan started singing when he was 8. Next up, we have Ryan talking about pilots.
Do you know what a pilot does? Pilots are people who have the important job. Pilots are the captains of the sky. They make sure the plane takes off, can land safe, and fly smoothly in the air. They sit in the compass to control the plane. It's not easy to be a pilot. Pilots have to school and learn about these parts: plane, how to read maps, and to talk others, pilots in the sky. Fly a plane can be hard, but pilots are know how they make fly safe back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know pilots had to go to school. Next up, we have Aaliyah talking about pigs.
Did you know that pigs are actually one of the cleanest animals? Pigs are an interesting animal. Today I'll be talking about where pigs come from, the different types of pigs, and some facts about pigs. First, I'll be telling you about where pigs come from. Pigs come from Europe and Asia. European explorers brought pigs back to America from Europe for the first time in 1493. Pigs are not native to America. The pig's ancestor is the Eurasian boar. Second, I'll be teaching you about the types of pigs. There are about 50 types of pigs we know about. The Yorkshire pig is the most common pig in North America. In some people's opinion, coon pigs are considered the friendliest pig. Giant forest pigs are considered the most aggressive pig. The best indoor pigs are the Vietnamese potbelly pig and the American mini pig because of their intelligence and playful nature. Lastly, I'll be talking about fun facts about pigs. Pigs were first domesticated in China. The pig's scientific name is Scrofa domesticus. Pigs don't actually sweat, so the saying sweat like a pig actually doesn't make a lot of sense. Pigs are very intelligent and have excellent memories. Pigs are very social animals. Pigs are one of the cleanest animals. They can run and swim fast. The pig's sense of smell is 2,000 times more sensitive than a human's for certain smells. In conclusion, pigs are interesting animals. I hope you enjoyed this newscast on pigs, and I hope you learned something new. Back to you in the studio. Wow, I didn't know there were 50 types of pigs. Next up, we have Carter talking about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Do you know who Cristiano Ronaldo is? He is the best soccer player in the world. He even scored a free kick from 40 yards. I will be telling you about his early life, how he got into soccer, and his statistics. Cristiano Ronaldo was born in Funchal, Portugal on February 5th, 1985. He has 3 siblings named Hugo, Emma, and Ileana. His parents' names are Jose Dennis and Dolores Avira. He went to school in Libsyn and dropped out of school at the age of 14 for throwing a chair at a teacher. After he dropped out of school, he started his soccer career. Ronaldo's first game was on August 14, 2002. His first soccer team was Club Desportivo. He played on that team for 1 year. His first number was number 28. He was raised in poverty and had a strong passion for soccer. At the age of 15, he was diagnosed with a heart problem and needed surgery. He quickly recovered and went back to his career. His first FIFA World Cup was in 2006. He got 76 yellow cards in his Premier League and 12 cards throughout his career. Did you know he has 2 nicknames? They were Crybaby, because he gets mad whenever he got a red or yellow card, and Bumblebee, because he was small, quick, and strong. He doesn't have tattoos because he is a blood donor. Ronaldo is also known for jumping high. His highest jump was 2.93 meters. Ronaldo's height is 6.2 feet. I hope you enjoyed some facts about Ronaldo and some important things. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, I didn't know Cristiano Ronaldo got 76 yellow cards.
Next up, we have Peyton talking about Caitlin Clark.
Do you know Caitlin Clark broke 6 records in basketball? Caitlin Clark is an all-time basketball player. Today, we are going to be talking about Caitlin Clark and where she grew up, her childhood, the sports she played, her records, and the records she beat. First, Caitlin Clark grew up in West Des Moines, Iowa, and played many sports. Caitlin Clark played more than one sport. She played basketball, softball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, and golf. Caitlin Clark started basketball at the age of 5. Due to the lack of girls in her age group, she played in a boys' league. Besides the sports, she also played piano. At the age of 13, she started playing years above her age group. Caitlin's parents' names are Brent and Ann. She also has 2 brothers named Blake and Colin. Caitlin Clark also has a dog named Bella. Later in life, in basketball, college for the University of Iowa. In her junior year of college, she scored an average of 27.8 points per game. She holds an NCAA record, and one of them is most points scored in a career. Another record she holds is the most 3-pointers made in a career. When she left college, she had a total of 3,685 points. Lastly, Caitlin Clark became an NCAA all-time scoring leader in women's basketball, surpassing the previous record held by Sue Bird. She became the fastest Big Ten player to reach 1,000 points. Caitlin Clark accomplished this record in only 126 career games. In conclusion, all the things like her childhood, her family, her sports she played, her records, and the records she beat are all things that got her where she is today. Hope you learned more about Caitlin Clark. Back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know Caitlin Clark became the NCAA all-time scoring leader in women's basketball. That's all for breaking news. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to Tigers Newscast. I'm Carolyn, and today we have Stephen, Aiden, Zaid, Avery, Penelope, and me who will be talking about some interesting facts about the topics. First, we have Stephen talking about John O'Sullivan.
Have you ever heard of John O'Sullivan? Did you know that he was the inventor of modern Wi-Fi? I'll be teaching you about his college and education, his age, his awards, and what he's known for. First, I'll be teaching you about his college and education. John O'Sullivan's got a doctorate in engineering from the University of Sydney 2012. He has also got a Bachelor of Science 1967, Bachelor of Engineering 1969, and a PhD of Electrical Engineering in 1984. He also went to Sydney University. Next, I'll be teaching you about his early life. John O'Sullivan was born on April 15, 1947, which means he's 77 years old. He was born in Sydney, Australia. Also, his parents are unknown, and if he has siblings, they are unknown. Finally, I'll be teaching you about what he's known for and his awards. John O'Sullivan is known for being the inventor of modern Wi-Fi. He's also known for a range of scientific innovations. He's also got a Chairman's Medal in 2009, and Dr. O'Sullivan has the distinction of having received an Australian Academy of Technological Sciences and Engineering Clooney's Ross Award in 2010. In conclusion, I hope that's all about John O'Sullivan. I hope you learned something new.
Wow, I didn't know John O'Sullivan is the inventor of Wi-Fi. Next up, we have Aiden talking about video game softwares.
Did you know you need a lot of things to make a video game console? Well, I'll explain how to make one of your own. These are the things you need, what you don't need, and the most important item in the console. First are the things you need. You need a GPU, a CPU, GPU, RAM, storage, a controller, and display games. The CPU is the brain of the console. The GPU generates images and videos but plays a big role in AI machine learning. The RAM acts as a computer short-term memory, storing data and instructions that the CPU needs to access for current tasks, allowing faster processing and smoother performance. The storage stores things on the console. The controller is for you to choose games, movies, and other things. And the display game shows and gives you games to play. These things you don't really need are a disk drive, a new TV, or a specific controller. The disk drive you don't really need because you can download games on the console. The new TV you don't need because if it has an on-the-go mode, you can do that instead of the TV. And a specific controller because we can use any controller than that controller. You need just one specific controller. Finally, the most important thing you need for the console is the motherboard. The motherboard powers the console so you can play the games, movies, and other things. Because without it, the console won't work or it won't turn on. That's how to make a video game console and the softwares. I hope you learned and made something new. Back to Tigers Newscast.
Wow, I didn't know that the most important thing in a video game system is the motherboard. Next, we have Zaid talking about Real Madrid.
Did you know that Real Madrid is the best team in the world? I will be talking about things like who started Real Madrid and when Real Madrid was founded and their stadium. Real Madrid is the best soccer team in history. Real Madrid is considered the best soccer team in the world because of its unparalleled history of success, including a record of 15 UEFA Champions League titles, 36 La Liga championships, and a global fan base of 600 million people. Real Madrid has the most Championships League trophies, and second place has 7. It's a big difference. Joan Pedros and his brother Carlos started Real Madrid. They both grew up in Barcelona, which is a city in Catalonia, Spain. Joan Pedros was one of the founders of Real Madrid and its first official president. Him and his brother Carlos are former members of Football Club Sky. But on the 6th of March in 1902, they founded the Madrid Football Club, which was the original name of Real Madrid. During the first year of Joan's time as president of the club, Real Madrid won their first title in 1903, the regional championship. The club's name was later changed to Real Madrid in 1920.
and they have become one of the most successful and iconic football clubs in the world. Real Madrid Stadium is called Santiago Bernabeu. The Santiago Bernabeu can hold 78,297 people, 344 feet by 223 feet, and 148 feet tall. It was named after a football and Real Madrid's president of Santiago Bernabeu. The Santiago Bernabeu once had the title of the largest stadium in all of Europe during this period. Those are some facts about Real Madrid. I hope you learned some new information. Now back to you in the studio.
Wow, I didn't know Real Madrid has the most Champions League trophies. Next up is Avery talking about snow leopards.
Did you know that snow leopards can weigh up to 120 pounds? Snow leopards are a very cool animal. I'm going to tell you about snow leopards' diet, their habitat, and their appearance. Snow leopards are a medium-sized animal with thick, white, grayish coats with black rosettes and long, thick tails for warmth. Snow leopards wrap their tails around them so they won't get cold. Snow leopards are very stocky and short-legged. They have a shoulder height of 56 centimeters or 22 inches. Snow leopards have short, rounded ears and a short snout. Their short ears and snout helps with heat loss. Snow leopard's habitat is usually high, rugged mountains of Central and South Asia. The mountains have broken terrain with cliffs and ravines for hunting and shelter. Did you know that snow leopards are found in 12 different countries? Snow leopards are also found living at the famous landmark, Mount Washington, so watch out. Overall, snow leopards live in a broken landscape with cliffs, rocky outcrops, and ravines for good hunting view and cover for hunting. A snow leopard's diet is usually mountain goats, sheep, small mammals, birds, and occasionally horses. A snow leopard can eat vegetation like grass and twigs, but meat is their main source of food. A snow leopard also eats voles and deer as more common animals. A snow leopard may eat vegetation to soothe an upset stomach. Mainly, a snow leopard's diet mostly includes meat like small mammals, sheep, goats, and deer. In conclusion, a snow leopard is a very interesting, beautiful animal. I hope you learned something from the facts I've shared with you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Back to the studio.
I didn't know that snow leopards can weigh up to 120 pounds. Next, we have Penelope talking about Olivia Rodrigo.
Did you know that Olivia Rodrigo has a disability? Today I'll be telling you about Olivia Rodrigo's life, her health, and her albums. Olivia Rodrigo was born in Murrieta, California, in Ranch Springs Medical Center. She was born on February 20, 2003. She is 23 years old as of today. Her parents are Chris and Jennifer. Her dad's nationality is Filipino, and her mom is German and Irish. One of Olivia Rodrigo's favorite places is Salt Lake City. Olivia Rodrigo is half deaf in her left ear, and she also has baby synesthesia. So when she hears music, she sees colors. She also has a fear of birds. She once said, "They are so foreign to us, there is not one body part that we share." Olivia Rodrigo has multiple albums. They are Guts, which has 12 songs and is 39 minutes long, and Sour, which has 11 songs and is 34 minutes long. Her longest song is Vampire, and her biggest hit is Driver's License. I hope you learned something new about Olivia Rodrigo. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, I didn't know that Olivia Rodrigo is half deaf in her left ear.
Last is Carolyn talking about Sophia Smith.
Do you know who Sophia Smith is? If not, Sophia Smith is a famous soccer player who plays for the Portland Thorns and the USA Women's National Team. She's number 9 for the Portland Thorns and number 11 for the USA Women's National Team. I'll be teaching you about her early life, her college career, and her current teams. Sophia Smith was raised in Windsor, Colorado. Sophia Smith grew up with her 2 older sisters, Gabriella and Savannah, and her mom and dad, Kenny and Molly. Sophia Smith was born on August 10th, 2000. Sophia Smith had many pets such as a sugar glider, a tortoise, a bunny, a fish, 2 parakeets, 2 guinea pigs, and a dog. Sophia Smith started soccer at the age of 5. She went to Clove Elementary School and to Fossil Ridge High School. Sophia Smith went to the Stanford University for college. She played on the college soccer team, and their name was the Stanford Cardinals. She was number 11 and a forward at Stanford University. Sophia Smith and her team went to the 2019 NCAA Championship in 2020. Sophia Smith left college so she could play soccer. Sophia Smith's team went to the 2022 CONCACAF Women's Championship. Sophia Smith was named National Women's Soccer League Most Valuable Player. She also won the She Believes Cup in 2021. Sophia Smith is a forward for Team USA in number 9. I hope you learn more about Sophia Smith. Back to you in the studio.
I didn't know that she went to the 2019 NCAA Championship.
That's all for Tigers Newscast.
Welcome to Afternoon News. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Emily.
Today we have Isabella, Colton, Brianna, Chase, and Seth. First we have Chase telling us about megalodons.
Do you know anything about megalodons? I'll tell you what they look like, where they live, and what they eat. You'll also find out how they became extinct many, many years ago. You'll be very, very surprised at what you are about to learn. Megalodons grow 60 feet long and weigh approximately 50 to 70 tons. There's no real proof what color they are. They do not have bones because they're made out of cartilage, which doesn't fossilize. They also have teeth the size of a human hand. They eat whales, dolphins, seals, and even other sharks. They live in warm tropical and subtropical waters across the globe. Fossil evidence suggests none of them were ever in Antarctica. Mature megalodons likely had no predators. They became extinct 2.6 million years ago due to global cooling and sea levels dropping. That led to decrease of prey, leading to food sources drying up, as well as combat with other predators such as the leviathan. Before megalodons went extinct, there were 700,000, 1.5 million of them. I hope you learned something about megalodons. And now back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know that megalodons can grow up to 60 feet. That's really big. Next we have Seth telling us about trains.
There are 3 types of locomotives that I want to tell you about. They are diesel, steam diesel, and electric engines. The locomotive is the engine that provides power for the train. This creates steam that provides power that fuels the coal, wood, or oil to heat the water. This creates steam that powers the engine. The diesel engine is fueled by diesel fuel that powers the engine. Electric engines is powered by such as electricity, the overhead wires, the third rail, or batteries. I hope you like learning about train engines. And now back to the studio. Goodbye now.
Wow, I didn't know that much about trains. Next we have Colton telling us about Wayne Gretzky.
Did you know that Wayne Gretzky has 61 NHL records? I'm going to tell you a little more about Wayne Gretzky's records, his early life, and his family. Wayne Gretzky was born January 26, 1961 in Bradford, Canada. He started skating before the age of 3 on the Nith River near his grandparents' house. Wayne mastered some skills on his backyard rink, such as puck handling, skating, and strategic thinking. He won the 1978 World Junior Ice Hockey Championship. Wayne Gretzky was the firstborn child of 4 siblings. He has 1 sister and 3 brothers named Kim, Keith, Glenn, and Brent. His parents are Walter Gretzky, who is his dad, and his mom is Felice Lee. He is currently married to Janet Jones and has 4 kids named Pauline, Tide, Trevor, Tristan, and Emma. Wayne Gretzky was the second best hockey player of all time. He played for 20 seasons. During that time, he played with the Edmonton Oilers, the Los Angeles Kings, and the St. Louis Blues, and the New York Rangers. Throughout his career, he has 61 records. Some examples of his records are that he has made 897 goals, 1,963 assists, scored 2,857 points, and completed 50 hat tricks. Hope you've learned a lot about Wayne Gretzky, and now back to you in the studio.
I didn't know that Wayne Gretzky made 897 goals, 1,963 assists, scored 2,857 points, and completed 50 hat tricks. Next we have Isabella teaching us about Bruno Mars.
Do you want to know about Bruno Mars? Well, I'll be talking about him. I'm going to tell you about his younger years, where he lived, and when he started singing. Bruno Mars grew up in the Waukee neighborhood of Honolulu, Hawaii. He grew up with his parents named Peter and Burnett and his 5 siblings named Eric, Tara, Tahiti, Presley, and Jamie. Bruno Mars went to President Theodore Roosevelt High School. He started high school in 1999 and he graduated in 2003. He had a best friend in high school named Jessica Cabin. Bruno Mars started singing at the age 4 with his family band named the Love Notes. His first song is Just the Way You Are, and it came out in 2010. His latest hit is Dab the Smile. I hope you liked what I talked about and you know about more about Bruno Mars than you did before. Now back to the studio.
I didn't know that Bruno Mars started singing at age 4. That's a cool fact. Next we have Brianna telling us about lab carrier mixes.
Have you ever heard of a dog breed called a Lab Terrier mixes? Lab Terrier mixes are a great type of dogs. Today I'll tell you about a Lab Terrier mix's appearance, temperament, personality, and how to take care of them. First, I'll tell you about a Lab Terrier mix's appearance. Their size is 10 to 22 inches from head to tail, and they're medium sized for dogs. The colors that these types of dogs come in are black, brown, yellow, or a combination of these colors. The lengths of the coats are short, medium, or long, depending on their terrier parent. The last thing I'll tell you about their appearance is what they weigh. They weigh from 25 to 50 pounds. The next thing I'll tell you about is their temperament and personality. They are very friendly, playful, loyal, have high energy levels, are protective, and like to retrieve. These dogs play with their mouths and love to play a game of fetch. They're better with families older with children or no children at all, because they sometimes get mouthy when playing. Lab Terrier mixes are usually fine with at least an hour of playing. They love when you give them a lot of attention and will try to cuddle with you. Lab Terrier mixes will bark when they think they see a threat to try to protect you. Last thing I'll tell you about is how to take care of Lab Terrier mixes. First, don't overfeed them. This can lead or lead to obesity, which is a disease when a dog has too much body fat. The next, you can use dental water to help maintain your dog's oral health and keep bad breath away. The next thing, if you can, you should engage your Lab Terrier mixes to do physical intense exercises like playing, fetch, or going on hikes rather than a simple walk on the beach or street. Even if your Lab Terrier mix has a really healthy diet and plenty of exercise, it still needs to go to a vet for annual appointments. I hope you know Lab Terrier mix's appearance, temperament, personality, and how to take care of them. Now back to the studio.
I never heard of a Lab Terrier mix, but they sound really cool.
Next we have Maddie talking about Michael Jackson.
Did you know that Michael Jackson started performing when he was 5 years old, or that he died at age 50? Today I will be telling you about Michael Jackson's early life, music career, and end of life. Michael Jackson was born August 29, 1958 in Gary, Indiana. He had 8 siblings: Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, Latoya, Randy, and Janet. Michael's older siblings are Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Latoya, and Marlon. His younger siblings are Randy and Janet. He started performing at 5 years old with 4 of his brothers, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon, in 1964. They called their band the Jackson 5. Michael Jackson started singing solo when he was 13 years old in 1971. He released his first album 1 year later. It was called Gotta Be There. Thriller is his best-selling album of all time. In 1987, he released his song Smooth Criminal. Michael Jackson popularized many dance moves. A few examples are the moonwalk and the robot. He won multiple awards, including the Grammy Awards, American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, a Guinness World Record, and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. Sadly, Michael Jackson died on June 25, 2009, at age 50. 12 days after he died, on July 7, 2009, Michael Jackson had a memorial service on TV, and 2.5 to 3 billion people watched his memorial service. Michael Jackson is remembered as the king of pop for his groundbreaking music and iconic dance moves. That will be all for today. Thank you for listening, and now back to you in the studio.
I didn't know that Michael Jackson had 8 siblings. Wow, that's a lot of siblings.
Finally, we have Emily talking about Melanie Martinez.
Did you know that Melanie Martinez has 12 albums? Today I'll be telling you about her early life, her time on the show The Voice, and her albums. Melanie Martinez was born on April 28, 1995. Her parents' names are Mary and Jose Martinez. She went to Plaza Elementary School and attended Baldwin High School. She was born in Astoria, Queens, but then moved to Baldwin, New York. She also has a younger brother named Joseph Timothy Martinez. Melanie Martinez was on a show called The Voice in 2012. She was on Team Adam and she was on season 3. She got into the top 6 while on the show. She sang Lights, Bulletproof, Hit the Road Jack, and Toxic. Even though she made it into the top 6, she was eliminated by an audience vote in week 5. Melanie Martinez has 12 albums, including Dollhouse EP, Crybaby, Crybaby's Extra Clutter EP, K-12, After School EP, Portals, Portals Deluxe, and Melanie Martinez Melina. She also has some albums with remixes like Soap, Dollhouse, and Pity Party. Her most popular album is Crybaby Deluxe. I hope you learned more than you knew before about Melanie Martinez and that you check out her music. Back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know that Melanie Martinez was on The Voice in 2012. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Afternoon News.